So, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has been very controversial ever since it got announced. One, no one expected Rocksteady to make a Suicide Squad game. Everyone wanted a Superman game or a game focused on another superhero rather than Suicide Squad. Two, it was set in the Arkhamverse. Arkham Knight had a very good ending, I think. It finished off Batman's character arc, or whatever you want to call it. It was probably one of the better Batman endings that we've had when it comes to films and games. Yeah, I think we can agree on that, right? Surely? Yeah? So when they announced they were going to continue the Arkhamverse through this Suicide Squad game, people were already a little bit on edge. The cinematic trailer looked pretty cool, but it was a cinematic trailer. It revealed that your main goal in this game is going to be killing the Justice League, which is a ballsy move, to be honest with you. Everyone thought it'd be a cop-out, you know what I mean, but wow, I'm not going to say anything about the leaks or anything like that. Well, I mean, I'm going to talk about them, but I'm not going to tell you what the leaks are, obviously, because this video will get taken down. I'm not going to be a dick, you know? But going back to it, so Suicide Squad gets announced, cinematic trailer looks pretty cool, everyone wants to find out what the gameplay is going to be like, so over a year or two later, they finally show gameplay and they reveal it's going to be a live service, games as a service, open world looter shooter. That is not what Rocksteady is known for. I wasn't completely against the idea, mainly because, you know, these studios, they need to branch out. Their whole goal is to be creative, to bring something new to the industry every game they make. And, you know, Rocksteady were up there. They were seen as one of the greats, okay? Yes, Arkham Knight didn't release particularly well when it came to the PC launch. It was a buggy mess. They actually had to refund people that bought the game, and they actually took it off the Steam store as well. But Arkham Knight, I don't think is anywhere near as bad as people say it is. I think a lot of people hate on that game just for the sake of hating, and I don't know, I still think it's a great game. But the reality is, Rocksteady were not looter shooter guys. They were third person action adventure Batman games, you know what I mean? They hadn't done anything else apart from like a game before Arkham Asylum, which is what got them the gig, I'm pretty sure. Over the years, after the game got announced, we saw the gameplay. People weren't happy about it being live service. People weren't happy that they're going to be playing as a Suicide Squad rather than the actual heroes they want to play as. And they were also very skeptical about the plot and, you know, what they were doing with the world building, what they're going to do with Batman, the Arkham version of Batman, as well as building everything around the Arkhamverse, because Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight, they never mentioned Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman, any of that, so it just comes out of the blue like that, so they're gonna have to explain it. And then it got delayed. It got delayed. People were not happy with how the game looked. They weren't happy with the obvious microtransactions elements that are going to be in this game because it's live service. People weren't happy about it, so they delayed it for a year to sort out the bugs or to perfect the gameplay or whatever the reason was. They delayed it because people weren't happy with the game, and they were hoping people would forget what the game is, buy it at launch, and then realize they're going to be sold microtransactions every 5 seconds. Yeah, that's why they did it. Then Sefton Hill left the studio. Sefton Hill, if you don't know who that is, he's the guy that basically directed every single Arkham game apart from Arkham Origins. He helped write them, I'm pretty sure, as well. I think so anyway. Probably Arkham Knight, probably not Arkham City, because they brought Paul Dini in. I think his name's Paul Dini to write that story, and you can tell the differences. Arkham Knight isn't as well written as Arkham City, although Arkham Knight does deal with themes I prefer to be seen explored because I enjoy that kind of stuff. Okay, I enjoy the mental woo-woo. I enjoy Fight Club. I like Mr. Robot, you know, that's my kind of thing. I love it. Now we're here, the 17th of December. Well, it's the 18th now, but the 17th is when the leaks came out, and people are really not happy. Now, I didn't even know why I was going to make this video because there's not much to say without actually talking about the spoilers, but I think there's a different conversation to be had about this. But I will give my general thoughts on it without giving away the plot points and what's actually been spoiled. Firstly, the actual plot itself that we know about has clearly been taken out of context, okay? I'm not happy with the leaks, okay? I'm not happy with how they've treated certain characters. I'm not happy with the dialogue. I'm really not happy with the voice acting either. Like, it's not bad, but it doesn't feel like Arkham to me. But the reality is, as bad as some of these leaks are to most people, some people might like them. I can't speak for everyone, I'm speaking for myself. As bad as the leaks are, they have been taken out of context. How do I know this? Well, there was a little game. There's a little bit of controversy back in 2020. You know, it's a small game. Not many people probably heard of it. It's called The Last of Us Part 2. The Last of Us Part 2 had basically its entire story leaked, apparently. But it turns out most of those leaks, while some of them were true, were completely taken out of context and were actually giving context that was a bunch of lies. Most obvious one, Abby, the character of Abby. If you don't know who Abby is, she's like the another protagonist of Last of Us Part 2 that they kept hidden, and this leak has said that she was trans. She was clearly not trans, okay? So it's not the first time leaks have come out and they've been inaccurate, while also having accurate bits in there. It's like telling a lie but sprinkling in the truth a little bit. That's like the ultimate lie. You have the truth, you manipulate it, and then you tell your lie while also making it not look like a lie because you're telling the truth anyway. That's how you convince yourself you're not telling a lie. Bang, bing bang bosh. It's stupid. But that's what I'm seeing here. Now, there have been cutscenes leaked. There has been screenshots leaked. Well, not cutscenes, but you can hear the audio of the cutscenes, and you can definitely tell that these leaks do have some, you know, some verification behind them. But the reality is, I've seen a lot of people get very angry about it on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to bloody call it. Even some of my own friends have been very angry about it, and I totally get it. I was, like I said, I'm not happy with the leaks at all, but the reality is we have to wait for the full game to come out. Whether you're going to buy it or not off these leaks, that's completely up to you. I'll see about buying it. It depends. It completely depends on the launch and based on the reviews, whether I get it or not straight away at launch. But the reality is people jump at leaks like that because everyone's this, if anything, this is a sign of hype for the game. Okay, I know I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that personally because I don't want a live service Suicide Squad game, but the reality is if there's this much hype or discourse around these leaks, it shows people were still excited for the game. They were still excited for the idea behind Suicide Squad. They were still hoping that Rocksteady could produce something that is worth your time, good quality, worth the £70 or $70 you're going to have to pay to play this game, because it's not free to play. But this is a story you see time and time again, okay? When these leaks happen for these big games, and they're pretty big leaks, everyone gets crazy about it. You got everyone picking sides. Oh, the leaks are really good, or the leaks are really bad, blah 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 blah. Game comes out, it gets about a week's worth of, you know, attention, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, the leaks weren't too bad, blah 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 blah. But I think it opens a whole new conversation on leaks themselves, whether you should actually read them, should you care about them, should you ignore them, should you actually wait for the full game to come out and experience it like straight away like that without any spoilers or anything like that. Because you could do that, and that you think, oh well, yeah, you should obviously do that. Why spoil it for yourself? But when the leaks that are verified and very clearly verified, and they are not what you want from this product, maybe you should look at the leaks. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're going to be spending your own money on this, your hard-earned money on it, and if it's not going to be something that you actually want, why would you buy it? You know, it's a bit more complicated than that, obviously, but I just think it goes to show that game companies, whatever, really need to beef up their security because of the leaks. There's been so many leaks. Last of Us, now the Suicide Squad, there's been leaks about other games as well, and sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not. But I think it opens up a whole new debate, and I'm wondering what you guys think. Do you think leaks are detrimental to a game's success? Or do you think it increases the hype around the game right before launch? Who knows? These leaks may have been intentional because Rocksteady knew that hype for the game wasn't quite where they wanted it to be, and everyone knows it's a live service game. So it's one of those complicated topics that I know you're going to see a bunch of YouTubers, people on Twitter trying to make the absolute most of it so they can make a load of ad revenue off it. But I want to have a better conversation about it, about leaks. Has leaks ever affected your viewpoint on games? Has it affected your purchase? In a way, it's affected my purchase. It affected Last of Us Part 2. I admit it, back in 2020, I saw the leaks. I wasn't happy about the leaks, and I didn't want to play it because I was that pissed off about it. But then eventually I did play it a couple months after launch, and my first playthrough I thought, yeah, it was alright, and then I played it a second time, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Last of Us Part 2. It's a whole different video, I'll be getting onto that soon. Don't worry, Sticky Man content is still coming. I've had a little bit of a busy week looking for jobs and not accepting jobs. Yeah, that's me. But basically, what do you guys think? The Sticky Man Army, I guess I should start referring to you guys as that. But getting there, 4,000 people, man, it's a lot of people. So the Sticky Man Army, what do you guys think? Is the leaks of Suicide Squad going to affect your viewpoint on the game? Will you buy it because of the leaks? Will you not buy it because of the leaks? I think it's an interesting topic. Anyway, that's it for me. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Stick with the Sticky Man by subscribing if you haven't already. Join the Sticky Army, I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, have a good night. Bye-bye.